One for the they don't follow court orders and judges aren't doing anything crowd. Now, when the Trump administration went into office, Donald Trump ordered the Department of Homeland Security to cancel the temporary protective status and the refugee status from Black and brown country because during his campaign, he said that we're being invaded by all these people of color and essentially it's the replacing white people. He had already said we need them to come from these nice countries like Denmark and Norway and Sweden, predominantly white nations. Hence why he was trying to import in whites from South Africa, claiming that they're undergoing some sort of mission where they weren't. 20 people came. If it was a true genocide, there'll be more than 20 to 40 people would take up and the 40 people that took them up were like, we want to go back. Never mind. Life was better back where we were not experiencing genocide. Anyway, I digress. So further. And a judge, Edward Chen, was like, no, there's a racial animus. I'm seeing what Kristi Noem is saying. I'm seeing what you're saying out there. You only cancel them because they're Black and brown. You can't cancel it based on that. You got to give them notice as to be based on something real. So, no. What happened was that they had tried to remove these people and cancel their work permit and kick them out of the country by September 5th. Because of that judge's order, it got moved to February 6th, 2026. Now, of course, the Trump administration tried to do a motion to dismiss and say it's not based on that. It's because their country's safe now. That's why we want them to leave. To which they act like the judges and the plaintiffs are stupid. So the plaintiffs promptly put on a record evidence that in July 7th, Kristi Noem says Haiti, gang violence in Haiti persists as armed groups operate with impunity, enabled by a weak and effectively absent central government. Haiti is a grip of severe humanitarian human crisis. This is coming from the Department of Homeland Security press release. So you're sending them back because it's safe, but around the same time, your own press release is saying it's an unsafe place. So clearly, you're only trying to send them back because you don't want all those Black and brown people in the United States. End of story, point blank. Then they also, just for good measure, the plaintiffs also cited and quoted where Donald Trump last July 2024 said we need them to come from from white countries and described the United States as being flooded and invaded, which is essentially is a racist tropes about non-white immigrants invading the United States. There's nothing there. It's just racism, point blank, end of story. So it's the courts, it's the judges holding their feet to fire and saying no. And these people are here today until next year. And their TPS is intact because of a judge, because of court order. And it was changed at the Department of Homeland Security's website, said they're extended. So the courts do work. Don't believe the hype. Believe me, JJ Legal. Each one teach one. Share this video.